Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I just needed to get this one out of the fridge, so that's why I'm doing it now. But anyway, we'll get to that, folks. It's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my head PE shirt. What with the head and the PE, and it's all lowercase. And there's parentheses. And you got the cool, like, skeleton and aliens thing. I actually really like the design of this shirt. Like, it's a little busy, but, like, it works, and it's just cool. Head PE, if you're unfamiliar, they're a band that's been around for a while now. Like, they started up, I'd want to say in, like, the early-ish 90s, at the very least the mid-90s. Like, could be 100% wrong on that, but I think that's about right. I didn't really become aware of them until the early 2000s. They had a song that kind of gained, a fair amount of popularity on the radio and stuff called Renegade. That was my real first experience with them. And then I ended up running into them. They were at a show with Mushroom Head on the Head to Head tour, which was super cool. I long for those days, but still good days, to be had now. And actually, I've seen them a number of times in recent years. They were on the New Metal Madness tour. They're like kind of the headliners of that. And recently I saw them perform with a band called Nonpoint. It's actually where I got the shirt and where I went over there and took some videos of their performance. So just in case you're interested, maybe you like food and cool music stuff, I have a bunch of videos. I have an entire playlist of just concert videos that I've attended over the years. I'm just saying. Anyway, what am I trying for you today? What are we doing here? Well, it's this thing. It is from Oka Products, the Okafe iced coffee cafe frio cappuccino flavor. It's a coffee drink. It's an iced coffee drink. Can we get a thing? Ha 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 ha. Maybe. I don't know. The lighting kind of sucks because it's all super overcast. Apparently I paid $1.29 for it, and it has like a whole thing, and it's like, oh, our brand is inspired by the legend of Kaldi, the Ethiopian goat herd who discovered coffee beans and all that good stuff. I'm not going to go through the whole damn thing, but yeah. So I reviewed, what was it, the vanilla version of this, I want to say. I think I got these from Big Lots, something like that. And they've been in my fridge, not for a long time, but long enough where it was like, okay, I need to get these. Some things I can hold off for longer, but if it's a coffee thing, it's like, So, shake it up. I mean, I like the other one. Go watch that review. Hopefully this one will be good too. For $1.29, that's not bad. Okay. Oh God, I just remembered this. So, I bitched this thing out hardcore in the previous one. I didn't even think about it here. Their tabs suck. They, instead of just using the normal fucking tab that's been in existence for decades now, they have these shitty little ones that they fucking engineered. I mean, I guess this is like out of Taiwan or whatever, and I don't know if it came from there or whatever. But the tabs on these things suck ass, man. Like, you really have to fucking force them down, and, like, your thumb is right there. Real easy, trust me. I fucking jam my thumb into these things, and it sucks. I did it with a soup can one time. I had to get fucking stitches. Immediately, they're losing points for that. So, because unless they're willing to fucking bring you or go over there and sell you gloves along with it, so you can go over there and do it without potentially damaging your damn finger. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Maybe I didn't do a vanilla one. Maybe I just did like their black coffee. I don't remember. But I'll give them credit in terms of the actual drinkability of the product and everything. It's not bad. It's a very smooth drink. It's, being an iced coffee, it kind of falls in a similar line to, like your Starbucks double shots and whatnot. And I mentioned this in my other one, but like it's much lighter than those, so it's not as heavy on the palate, or heavy on the stomach rather, which is kind of nice. And in terms of the flavor, like, not a huge coffee guy, but I like coffee adjacent things, fill it with crap that's going to make it taste kind of like coffee, but not exactly. This falls into that, but it still actually has a decent enough coffee flavor to it. It's not, it has a little bit of a bitterness that kind of floats on the tongue, but it's not bitter. And beyond that, it's smooth, it's a little bit sweet, a little bit bitter. Honestly, it's pretty nice for what it is. Yeah. I mean, drink-wise, I don't really have any major grievances with it. If it were me and I were constructing it, I would maybe go a little bit sweeter on it, but again, that's just my personal preference. But in terms of like, the actual coffee itself and everything, doesn't have any weird flavors to it or anything. There's no like acidity or anything. It's not super complicated, but at the same time, it's doing everything it needs to do. And it's honestly pretty tasty. My biggest point of contention with the Okafe is this stupid fucking tab, man. And I have at least one more of these. I have a mocha one for sure, and I gotta check to see if I have other ones still in the fridge. I am gonna genuinely, probably the next time when I get around to the mocha one, I'm probably gonna go over there and make sure that I have a glove on hand or something to open the damn thing up, because I really don't want to fucking slice up my thumb doing this shit. I don't know why they put these little stupid rinky-dink, I mean, I'm sure it was for cost-saving measures. I mean, it only cost me $1.29, but that's so fucking stupid, man. All it takes is some kid going over there and buying some of the damn stuff from a Big Lot or whatever, going to pop this thing, and then, they slam their thumb into it. Now fucking Okafe or Oka Products has a fucking lawsuit on their hand because you couldn't be fucked to go over there and just put a decent tab on it. I mean, this thing is ridiculous. It's a shame because otherwise the product isn't bad, but you need, and maybe this was just a bad batch, I don't know. This needs to be replaced. This needs to be replaced with a real proper tab because it's just ridiculous. Normally I don't go into the containers all that much, but fundamentally it is part of the drinking, the overall experience. To get into it, I have to fucking do that, and I don't feel comfortable doing it. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go off the same thing that I said with the previous one. If they redesign that tab, sure and sure. But like, as is, would I go over there and get this again? If I see that same stupid tab on there, no. Because even for $1.29, I really don't want to go over there. Like, yeah, it's only $1.29 for the coffee, but trust me, as somebody who had to have stitches, first of all, it sucks. It's not a very fun experience. But then on top of that shit ain't cheap, man. Granted, I have insurance now. I didn't when I was that age, but, man, I still don't want to have to fucking think about what I'd have to pay into that shit. So, it's a good product with just bad packaging. And I'll stand by that until they get that fucking replaced, if they ever do. And by that same token, I can't really recommend it because, again, it tastes fine, but unless you're willing to carry some gloves with you just to make sure, you just get way too close to fucking shoving your thumb into that damn metal, and not a good time. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly better tab-tastic rest of your life. There's no reason for this tab to exist. Tabs have been around, like those fucking push tab things have been around as long as I've been alive, and probably longer. Get rid of it. Okay, please. Do everybody a solid. Just whatever company you're going through, be like, we're gonna pay the extra 0.2 cents. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. At the end of the day, folks, We're all just trying to go through our lives without jamming our fingers into metal. And I say that in this aspect and in my professional life. Fact of the matter is, we are going to deal with situations in our lives, hopefully, where we're not jamming our fucking fingers into metal. But there's going to be times when things are going to be stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe. I'm not going to go into the whole tab thing again. I've already run that into the ground. But maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to try yourself out some little offshoot weird coffee that you can only get at 3 places in the country that you live in. Kind of like this. Although actually I don't know how available this is. I've only ever seen it in Big Lots. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try it out. Maybe it's going to be really good. And you're going to be like, Brandon, you should totally try this out for your show. And be like, all right, well, that's cool. But then it turns out that it's only available in New Guinea on the 3rd Saturday of the year. And, only if the solstice is going on at the time. And I don't even know if that shit syncs up astrologically. But, or is that astrology? Astronomically? Yes, I think that's right. I think astronomy is the actual one. Astrology is the bullshit one. Sorry, but it is. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with this. Bye. We're going to get out of here. Have a good one.